Subcompact SUV. This is the smallest category in the SUV world, and it has grown faster than almost any other segment over the past decade. These vehicles are built on the same platforms as small hatchbacks, which keeps them light, fuel-efficient, and easy to maneuver in city traffic. They sit slightly higher than a regular car, giving drivers a better view of the road without the bulk of a larger vehicle. Models like the Hyundai Venue, Nissan Magnite, and Ford EcoSport became popular in markets where roads are narrow, fuel is expensive, and parking space is limited. For millions of buyers, the subcompact SUV hits a practical sweet spot between a small car and something more capable. Compact SUV. A step up in size brings a significant jump in popularity. The compact SUV is consistently the best-selling vehicle segment in many countries around the world, and for understandable reasons. It offers enough interior space for a small family, reasonable fuel economy, and the elevated driving position that so many buyers prefer over traditional sedans. Vehicles like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Hyundai Tucson have defined this category for years. They are not built for serious off-roading, but they handle light gravel, wet roads, and mild terrain without any trouble. The compact SUV essentially replaced the family sedan for an entire generation of car buyers. Mid-size SUV. When a family needs more space but is not ready to commit to a full-size vehicle, the mid-size SUV fills that gap naturally. These vehicles are noticeably larger than compact SUVs, often offering a third row of seats that can accommodate 6 or 7 passengers. The Toyota Highlander, Kia Sorento, and Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace are examples of vehicles in this range. They tend to feel more substantial on the highway and carry more cargo without sacrificing too much in terms of fuel costs. For families with children, road trips, and busy schedules, the mid-size SUV has become one of the most practical vehicles available. Full-size SUV. These are the largest production SUVs that most people will ever encounter on a public road. Built on truck frames rather than car platforms, full-size SUVs like the Ford Expedition, Chevrolet Tahoe, and Toyota Land Cruiser are designed to haul large groups of people and heavy loads across long distances. They can typically tow far more than smaller SUVs, and many come with serious four-wheel drive systems for genuine off-road use. Governments, police forces, and military organizations around the world use full-size SUVs precisely because of their durability and carrying capacity. The ride can be less refined than car-based SUVs, but the sheer capability more than compensates for that in the right situation. Crossover SUV. The crossover changed how the automotive industry thought about SUVs. Instead of building on a truck-style ladder frame, crossovers use a unibody construction, the same method used in regular passenger cars, which makes them lighter, smoother to drive, and more fuel-efficient. The distinction between crossovers and traditional SUVs has blurred over the years as the term SUV became applied to both, but the difference in how they are engineered remains real. The Nissan Qashqai, Mazda CX-5, and countless others fall into this category. Crossovers brought the comfort of a car together with the higher seating position and versatile cargo space of an SUV, and that combination appealed to an enormous number of buyers almost immediately. Coupe SUV. Somewhere along the way, car designers began asking what would happen if an SUV had the roofline of a sports coupe. The result was a slightly controversial but undeniably popular body style that sacrifices some rear headroom and cargo space in exchange for a more dramatic, athletic appearance. BMW's X6 was one of the first to popularize this shape, and since then nearly every major manufacturer has introduced its own version. The Mercedes GLE Coupe, Audi Q8, and Porsche Cayenne Coupe all follow the same idea. Buyers in this segment are often as interested in how the vehicle looks as in what it can do, and the Coupe SUV serves that preference directly. Off-road SUV. Not every SUV is built primarily for school runs and highway commutes. Some are engineered specifically for terrain that would stop most vehicles entirely: rocky mountain paths, deep mud, river crossings, and steep inclines. The Land Rover Defender, Jeep Wrangler, and Mercedes G-Class are among the most recognized names in this space. These vehicles typically feature reinforced frames, locking differentials, high ground clearance, and suspension systems tuned for uneven surfaces rather than smooth tarmac. Many buyers who purchase them will never use the full extent of that capability, but the knowledge that the vehicle could handle it is part of the appeal. For those who do venture off the pavement regularly, there is simply no substitute: luxury SUV. When premium automakers entered the SUV market, they brought their interior craftsmanship and performance engineering with them. Luxury SUVs are defined less by their size and more by what is inside and how they drive. Leather seating, advanced noise insulation, high-end audio systems, and sophisticated suspension setups are standard expectations in this category. The Range Rover, Cadillac Escalade, and Lexus LX are examples that have built strong reputations over many years. Some buyers choose luxury SUVs for the status they represent, while others are drawn to the genuine engineering quality that separates them from mainstream models. In most cases, it is a combination of both. Performance SUV. The idea of a fast SUV once seemed like a contradiction, but manufacturers have spent years proving that a vehicle can be large and practical while also being genuinely quick. Performance SUVs are tuned with sport-oriented engines, lowered suspension, upgraded brakes, and sharper steering responses. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo, BMW X5M, and Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio are vehicles that can outrun many dedicated sports cars in a straight line, while still carrying 4 adults and their luggage. The engineering required to make something that heavy feel that responsive is considerable, and it comes with a price tag to match. But for buyers who want excitement without compromise on space, this category delivers. Electric SUV. As the automotive industry shifted toward electrification, the SUV body style became one of the first major recipients of battery-powered drivetrains. The combination of the SUV's spacious floor, which makes it easier to fit a large battery pack underneath, and consumer demand made it a natural starting point for most manufacturers. The Tesla Model Y became one of the best-selling vehicles in the world, electric or otherwise, and was soon followed by options like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, and Ford Mustang Mach-E. Range anxiety, charging infrastructure, and purchase cost remain real considerations for buyers. But the gap between electric SUVs and their petrol counterparts is closing steadily with each new generation. Hybrid SUV. For buyers not yet ready to go fully electric, the hybrid SUV offered a middle path. By combining a conventional combustion engine with an electric motor and a battery that charges through regenerative braking, hybrid SUVs deliver noticeably better fuel economy without requiring any change in how the driver fuels the car. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid became one of the most popular examples, praised for returning strong fuel efficiency without sacrificing the practicality buyers expected. Plug-in hybrid versions go a step further, allowing drivers to charge the battery externally and cover short daily distances on electricity alone before the petrol engine takes over. For many families, it has proven to be the most comfortable transition between the old way of driving and the new.